Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. Election is just beginning and Edo State is already feeling the heat as police arrest man found with arms. I mean, serious arms, not a joke. I mean, elections is just around the corner and things are already heating up. Please, parents, warn your children they should not allow themselves to be used by politicians. Most of these politicians, if not all of them, are basically looking out for their own self. Very little care about the people. There are some who do care about the people, but most of them are basically looking out for their own self. And so care must become of necessity. Okay, no one should sit back there and think that things will just fall in place because you say so. People are already taking very drastic measure and you will not begin to imagine what's going on at the moment. Yes, people are taking all forms of actions that ought not to be. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Please arrest man found with arms in Edo State as everyone begins to wonder, is this in preparation of a violent election which should not be allowed? The election should be a peaceful one where we have peaceful transaction with people. The police command in Edo State has arrested a suspect identified as Miracle Walkerman with arms and ammunition. The suspect was arrested in Obona quarters. The police command in Edo State has arrested a suspect who was seen with various arms. The suspect was arrested in Obona quarters in Ovie local community, Esako West local government area of the state. The commissioner for police in the state, Funsho Adebayo, said the suspect was arrested in collaboration with violent groups and hunters, and so everyone must become very careful. He explained that operatives of the anti-kidnapping and cybercrime units Edo North Axis, while conducting stop and search in the community, intercepted a Toyota Corolla with registration number. The registration number is there with four male occupants in the car. He said that during the profiling, the driver and two others took to their heels, leaving one Miracle behind with all the arms as he was arrested. Adebayo, the police commissioner in the state, said the development prompted a search of the vehicle, which led to the operatives of the recovery of one pump action guns loaded with 8 rounds of live cartridge and others things found in it, as everyone begin to wonder what exactly is going on. Are people trying to carry out a violent election? This is rather absurd and very sad, and Nigerians must become very careful. Make sure that they do not allow themselves to be used by any form of politicians who have no clear cut or vision for the people. You'll be surprised that some people do not wise up and make themselves understand that no one could use them to carry out their own plans. At the end of the day, they will leave you in a dumpster, look like they always do, and move on. So care must become of the necessity where everybody rises up and do not allow themselves to be used up or to be allowed to allow politicians to do as they please. Everyone must become very wise and take proper care of themselves. Election comes, please vote and go to your house. Vote, that's all you have. Your civic responsibility as a citizen is to vote. After voting, you go back to your house. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated, used by these people. What they do is unprecedented. At the end of election, when they win, they totally, completely forget about you. So my people, if you look at the whole thing, you can really sincerely understand some of these things, that people do and how they go about it. And your heart will be really overwhelmed, as a result of allowing people, to be the ones who decide what happened. Okay, our votes must count. We must go out and vote for the candidate of our choice and ensure that we vote adequately and do not allow ourselves to be intimidated. What most of these people do is that they come there, they vote for their, they get you, mobilize you, tell to you what they want you to hear. You vote, and at the end of the day, they have forgotten totally, completely about you. They do not even have a clue that you live, you exist, or any of such things. And so everyone must become very, very concerned. Everyone must become very, very concerned about the state of things, and every one of us must know adequately, that politicians at the end of the day are politicians. So don't allow yourself to be used or manipulated. Don't allow yourself to be, to be at arm's length, because, parents must be very watchful, must begin to watch on and make sure that they look after their children, and watch their actions of their children. Because in the end, if anything happened to you, you'll be surprised what's going on. You'll be surprised, how you are, you've been, is it like a fool all along? Yes, you must become very, very aware and very careful, because no one should be allowed, okay, to go through these things. No one. Some people during election, if they are not careful, they even lost their life and what have you. Some during election, they all kinds of things happen. And at the end of the day, people who are not supposed to be, the ones who gets in all of this are the ones who ends up being the ones who gets into all kinds of unseen, circumstances. And so we must become very careful. Okay, we must become very careful. Okay, we must become very careful. Imagine elections have not begun, and look at what is happening already. Elections have not begun, and look at what is happening already. So every one of us must understand this, that Nigerians, if we continue to allow politicians to play us, at the end of the day, you will be surprised what follows. At the end of the day, you'll be very, very surprised. So we cannot allow, okay, ourselves to be intimidated in all of this. We can't allow it. We can't. So my people, let's stop allowing ourselves to be manipulated by politicians. Most of them don't really sincerely truly care. Okay, their children are schooling abroad and living the life. Why they use other people's children? Do not allow anyone to use your child. Do not allow it. So everyone wake up. Reality must set in, and we must do what is absolutely right and correct in order to get things in the right perspective and order, okay, for our lives and this nation. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. And from us, is bye for now. Bye-bye.